Hey boys and girls, welcome again to Munro Live, and today our friends over at Hyundai have lent us, I should say, a Kona. This is the 2022 version. We're getting a chance to have a feel and a look and basically a critique of the Kona. And this is a press car that they've lent us for this program here today. The funny thing about the Nero and the Kona is that their kilowatt hours are the same, so they got the same battery. The cost on the Nero is higher. I also think that there's I read when I was doing some research on this that there's actually some deals going on in this. I don't know why, but there may be even cheaper price out there if you're interested. The range is where I start to get scratching my head, because it looks to me like the electric motor is the same. They're both 201 horsepower. But when you start looking at the range and the MPGe, things change. So on the Nero, the range was 239 miles. And this one's 258. So I guess the first question is, hopefully those math students out there will realize that the range went up, but the price went down. And MPGe is 112 on the Nero and 120 on this one. So right off the bat, why would anybody want to buy a Nero? That's my, what do I know? But that's what I'm looking at. So let's have a look at the vehicle here. First off, this isn't my first impression. We had it outside. I was looking at it, and outside, you know what? I like it a lot. It's the styling. It's slightly different, a slightly different style, but everything they did, I think, looks better. So again, I don't know why you'd buy a Nero. So you go over here to the fuel door, and if you remember, we were talking about the mini fuel door, and I said it's one of the toughest things on the planet to get right. The gaps are always wrong. This one here is perfect. You can't ask for better than this. So, oh, look at that. It's got a handy light. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited about, hey, what's that? It even tells you it's topped up. It looks like it. It looks like that tells you how much battery in little bars you've got. So, but anyway, the gaps are good. Gaps and flushness. This is definitely a well-made car. When Kia used to make crap, they learned a lot of lessons and they applied them all over on this vehicle. I like the side look. Eric was asking about these lines right here. He said something about, is that styling or whatever? Well, it is styling too, but in essence, what you try and do sometimes in styling is to catch something that'll give you a stiffer product. So you can see there's one of these lines up here, one of these style lines up here, and another one down here. And what they're doing is keeping the door from oil canning. A big flat area is always going to drum. It's always going to vibrate in and out. So you want to try and try and put a few lines in there to try and make it so that it still looks good. But on top of that, it's also something that's going to stiffen up the car, and anytime you make it stiffer, it's better. So we walk around this thing, and like I said, every gap seems to be about right. I got my little baby finger gap gauge, and I've already done everything. This is a pretty well-made car. Now, this is a press car, and they do spend extra time finessing these, so that might be why. But they did a good job exterior-wise. This is pretty good. I have no complaints. And actually, Clay has never been my favorite color, but almost everybody but me likes this blue-gray color. So let's go and have a look inside. Let's go to the driver's side first. So right off the bat, they kept the things I liked in this Kona, and they got rid of the ones I didn't like. So I like the steering wheel. Now, everybody knows that I'm a fan of the computers that Tesla's got, and I will tell you that I like that the best. But I will tell you as well that everybody was kind of happy or excited about seeing all the buttons. Personally, I like buttons here or touchscreens, but this thing has got a myriad of buttons, no question about it. The thing that's good about it is that if I jumped into this and I'm in the airport parking lot for the rental car company, I could jump into this and know exactly what I was going to have to do exactly right away, no problem. Everything would be exactly where I was expecting it to be. I don't know what they did here in the footwell yet. We haven't looked at it close enough, but this thing sits, maybe it's the seat, I'm not sure, but this thing feels good. It feels like maybe they benchmarked the Tesla seat. They've got all the normal things that you're expecting to see, all the different lights and whatnot. I think that this is the same vanity mirror that they had before. Oh, I see. They've got oh, this is a very good idea. So I am not a makeup artist, but I will tell you that my wife has told me that having the light here instead of there is much better for putting on makeup or doing whatever you're doing. Hopefully they got one of these on this side too, and they do. So they've thought of a lot of good things. Also, I like these. I like these eyeball, and I hate those. These things never work properly, and as an old tool maker, I hated them because the tools are really hard to make. So let's have a look at the back seat. Okay, so once again, we're looking at really a good job. Soft where it needs to be, hard where you want it to be. It's a little tight, but that could be because I got the seat all the way to the back. I still got room for my knees, but not much. And I got short legs. So, but again, everything seems just so nicely done. It's no problem. I have no clue why anybody would buy a Nero. I can't imagine. This is like when I sat in the Model Y the first time. I said the same thing. Why would anybody buy a Model 3 if you got one of these, or you can get one of these? So I think these guys did a brilliant job. And look at that, French seams where you can't even see them. Just take a shot at that. See, nobody ever looks back here. This is the kind of stuff that amazes and delights. I like it when people go the extra mile. The thing I'm surprised at is why did I put French seams here, and this is a single seam here. This isn't a French seam. I don't get it. I would have probably dressed that up a little bit, but you know what? It's a pretty nice car. So, all right, we have to do it. Let's leave that until the end. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to see when I go underneath there. I'm kind of hoping that the extra mileage is going to be because they got rid of a lot of that extra crap that was in there and they gave me a frunk, but I I doubt it. I don't know if I've mentioned it too many times before, but there's ways to get mileage even if you have the same battery pack. And one of them is to make it slipperier, so the coefficient of drag goes down. You design it so that things flow through the air easier. The next thing you can do is you can change the bearing situations that you've got, so your rolling friction goes down. And then the third one is you make it more efficient or effective. If you can do that, then that means you're going to reduce the weight, or you're going to reduce the amount of cabling inside the vehicle, which also adds to the reduction in weight. Or you're doing something that makes your electronics and software work better together. So here we are again with the rear end. This looks kind of very similar to the Nero. What's this? I don't know why they're doing this. You know what? This to me is worthless. And you know what? I don't know what this must be the charge pack or something. There's too much going on in here. Why didn't they just take all this shit out and put it in? I don't even know why I've got a load floor here, but this stuff, I mean, I'm looking for space. I don't need this. I really don't. I don't even know if I don't want any of this stuff. What I want is nice clean line down here. There's a pocket here and a pocket here that I can't have because somebody wanted to make the plastic a little cheaper, the plastic part. Bring that down, swing it around so that I've got like a little thin carpet. Get rid of the expanded polypropylene. EPP is what it's called. And I would take these, stick them here, stick them there, and I don't know what is in this big bag. Did anybody open it up? Maybe it's presents. It's a charging cable. Why do I need that? Oh, it's a charging cable for 110. Yikes. Okay, here, boys and girls, let me tell you a secret. 110 charging takes like forever, and 110 charging takes forever, and I really highly recommend that you put in a 220 line if you're going to do this. And if you put in a 220 line, you don't need this added chunk of stuff. 110 is good for only one thing: household goods, household things, everything. And by the way, that's going to go away soon, because quite frankly, you're going to see DC showing up not too distant future. So I can take this thing off, and I can flip the seats down. But what I really would like to see is, like I say, I'd like to see a big hole here. And if I do have a load floor, then I don't need that. So anyhow, that's a Spider, and I don't much care for Spiders at all. I don't like them at all. So let's go and see what we got here. Again, that's extra weight. There's no reason for this. If Tesla can get away with it, so can everybody else. Get rid of this secondary latch. I always thought that they were goofy anyways. And I see just what I saw before. This, my memory is fairly good. There may have been a couple of modification changes or whatever for whatever. But this looks like a giant waste of space. I don't understand it. I don't understand why I would bring out a car a second time with no extra, especially because this thing has got such a limited amount of space in the back. I mean, you can put bodies in the Model 3 in the back and have room to spare. This just doesn't seem it just doesn't seem right. It's a bad waste of space. And in Korea, where space is at a premium, you'd think that they'd be thinking about that. How much am I allowed to do on this car anyway? Can I take the beauty cover off? Okay, good. As long as I have somebody that takes the onus off of me. Okay, so that's the inverter, and it's great to have the inverter right on top of the electric motor. I like that idea, but I don't like the way they've executed it. This could be pretty much anywhere. These are the cables that are coming from the charger, so that means they're going straight into, in some cases, they're going straight into the inverter, and the rest of them are going to the battery pack, and no, they're all going through the inverter eventually. So that's good. That cabling is very short then, and that's wonderful. But I'd still like to have a frunk. Once you've had a taste of honey, you're kind of like not the kind of person that wants to go back to vinegar and potatoes. So for the folks over at Hyundai, this looks like a really good car. You've done a fine job. I wish you would have redesigned that so that we could have enjoyed a little more space in this product. Like I say, you could move the actually, why not? Anyways, you could move the battery, you can move the washer fluid, the brake fluid and stuff like that. All this stuff can be moved around a little bit, and you can wind up with more space for your customers. And that's the job of any car company, is to make sure that the customers get everything they can plus. I want things that are going to amaze and delight. That's what I want when I'm designing a car. So anyway, thanks for watching, boys and girls. And a lot of you have been asking about where's our Model S Plaid and whatnot. It's been pushed back again because of everybody's got the same issues with some of the chips. Tesla is no exception. So between chips and software and other things that are purchased from China, you are where you are. So we'll get it as soon as we can. Certainly Corey's been on the horn crying and complaining and whatnot, but we'll get it as soon as we can, and when we do, you'll see it right here at Munro Live. Thanks very much for watching, and if you wish to subscribe, that would be great. Please push the button. Anyway, have yourself a great day, and I can hardly wait to get back to you with the ride and drive. Thanks a lot. Bye.